Hello, and welcome back to the channel, my imaginary friends, and to the very first episode of a new series on the channel called Random Rants, where if I have a topic and, 15 minutes or so to kill, I'll make a video about it. Unlike my other scripted content that follows a specific formulaic pattern, Random Rants are just that, random. You don't really have a real train of thought or pattern to follow, and I kind of just say whatever I want to say and whatever I feel like saying for a while. Sometimes they will be scripted so it can be as coherent as possible, and other times they'll just have a few bullet points that I go off of and then freehand the rest of the video. Like, I'll put a couple of notes that I need to follow on my document and then just kind of ad-lib the rest. All of my other shows on this channel have a day attached to them. For example, Media Mondays, True Crime Tuesdays, Thorough Thursdays, an episode is Thorough Thursdays that's coming later, Fun Fridays, and Scary Story Saturdays. But Random Rants is the only show on the channel that does not, which means that it can occur on any day that I feel like talking about something for a certain amount of time. I usually leave enough space in the beginning of my videos for a funny little intro, and then my title card before diving right into the meat and potatoes of the video, but there will be none of that either on Random Rants. So, if you like hearing my voice, but not for too long, and these little rant sessions are exactly what you're looking for. Anyway, to start off my first random rant, I want to talk about my new boss, or rather, my new assistant manager. So, at the department store that I work at, we got a new assistant manager, and we'll call her Miss Lycanth for this. So, Miss Lycanth does this thing where she walks around the store every morning, an hour or two after we open, make sure everything is neat, tidy, and in order and all that. Some people have an issue with how thorough Miss Lycanth can be with her inspections, but it doesn't really bother me because I don't really care, and I feel like there are more important things to worry about than whatever Miss Lycanth is doing. So, that's just me. Anywho, aside from that, Miss Lycanth has a lot of positive energy that she brings to the table every day, and seems like she really wants to bring productive change to the store, which is nice. I'm not really going to talk about a lot of things that Miss Lycanth has done since she became the new assistant manager at my job, because they don't really affect me personally, and therefore my interest in those things are slim to none. But what I will say is perhaps my favorite thing that she has done so far is something so simple, yet so spectacular. I have been working at this company for almost 3 years, and I have never, ever seen someone do something like this. I think it's the craziest thing ever, truly. It's gonna blow your mind when I tell you what it is. So, one day I was walking past her office to get somewhere in the store down the hall, and something caught my eye. Plastic, white little semicircle. It was a bowl. Not just any old bowl. It was a bowl of candy. And the candy? We're talking the good stuff. Sweet candy, sour candy, savory candy, crunchy candy, smooth candy. All of it. And it was all in this little white bowl right outside of Miss Lycanth's office. So, this may not seem like a big deal to you, but for someone who eats more sugar than Buddy the Elf from Elf, this was perhaps the greatest thing I've ever seen done at the store before that I've seen literally no one else do yet. I'm not even joking when I say that Candy Bowl is such a game changer, and it seems like no one else is truly appreciating it, so I'm here to talk about it right now. At my job, I gotta stand at the storefront and look out for people who might enter the store so I can make sure that they get what they need for 6 hours, broken up into 2 3-hour shifts across a 9-hour workday. When I'm done with my first 3 hours and I gotta go eat lunch, sometimes I'm feeling a bit tired and low on energy. But now that I know that there's candy within my vicinity, bro, it's almost always the first thing I do every time I'm done with my first 3-hour shift during storefront. And it really feels like every day is Halloween whenever noon rolls around and I'm off the storefront shift. I very much depend on candy throughout the day, and this has been the most positive change that my new assistant manager, Miss Lycanth, has done so far. Honestly, I swear that I'm literally L from Death Note based on how much of a candy-eating insomniac I am, and it's truly the best feeling to be able to just do a little bit of mini trick-or-treating on the job right before I gotta go eat lunch. Or, if, for some reason, I'm doing pretty good on energy by the time I have to go eat lunch when I'm done doing the storefront shift, I can still pass by Miss Lycanth's office and take a few pieces to save for later when I gotta go back to my lunch break. Well, back to work after my lunch break. Then, when I am getting really into work and starting to feel a little bit tired, bam! I can just open up one of those Starburst or Reese's or whatever I have in my pocket, and my ability to work is just immediately replenished, just like I drank a flask of cerulean tears from Elden Ring or something. It's truly incredible. There are two people at my job who think that they eat more sugar than I do, but they're wrong. I don't know if they know about the candy bowl or not, but I kinda want to keep it my own little secret between the two of them, because I don't want them to start drinking from my fountain of youth or anything, when I clearly need it more than they do. Because I have a real job that requires physical involvement and constant movement, working with tools and whatnot, and they just look at screens all day. So since I'm clearly using more energy than they do, logic would dictate that it would make more sense that I would need the candy more than they do. But I digress. I know other people on my job know about Miss Lycant's candy bowl as well, but as long as there's still some goodies left for me whenever I'm done my 3 hours of storefront at the start of my day right before I gotta go eat lunch, I'm fine, and I'll be alright. Literally, the saddest part of my day sometimes is getting off storefront and walking past Miss Lycant's office door and seeing that the bowl of candy on its little pedestal is empty. Words truly cannot describe my sorrow when I come across an empty bowl of candy. It's super sad, honestly. It's like that guy whose name I can't be bothered to remember, but he looks like the love child of Dez from Austin and Ally and the Dat Boy Frog meme. You know the guy, he says, "My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined," or something like that. It's literally that serious. It's like I just got dumped on Valentine's Day, or when I go look under the Christmas tree and there are no presents from Santa, but just a card that says, "Ha, you thought, gotcha," in big red letters using the impact font. Because, you know, if you want to make a point come across, you gotta use the impact font. Sometimes I wonder how I'll even get through the day without, like, my fun-sized Sour Patch straws, or the little Hershey's Crackle Chocolate, you know, the rectangle ones. That's objectively the best out of the 4 Hershey fun-sized variety pack. And if you disagree that the Hershey's Milk Chocolate Crackle Rectangle is objectively the best out of the 4 of the variety pack, then you are actually factually wrong. I will hear no other argument. Incorrect. Shut up. Anyways, luckily I'm able to get through some times when there is no candy in the candy bowl by chopping up some lemons and putting some sugar on those lemon slices and eating those if I need to. I know, if whenever I do that, it's like I'm eating solid lemonade, which I feel is the coolest fucking thing ever. Well, not of all time, but it's pretty good. I'd recommend it. You should try it. It's delicious. Or just lemon slices if there is no sugar. Lemon is good too. I like sour things. I love sour things. Sour candy is my favorite type of candy, so any sour object, I would definitely eat that. Sour stuff is great. But when I don't see any candy, I'll just do that. And I really do feel like the candy bowl that Miss Lycant puts out every day is truly underappreciated and very much underrated. I literally have no idea what else she does for her job at our store aside from being second in command or whatever as the assistant manager. But as long as there's candy in the bowl, then I will have no complaints with whatever she does. A candy bowl is truly the hero at work that we need but don't deserve. At this point, it's one of the few things that I actually enjoy about working at our department store, so it needs to stay there no matter what. My actual boss, Mr. Upping, the manager of the store, does this thing where he will give shoutouts on the announcement system at the store like a few times a month. So I hope he gives a shout out to Miss Lycant's candy bowl. No, not Miss Lycant herself for putting it out there in the first place, but the candy bowl. Only the candy bowl. Literally just the candy bowl deserves its own shout out. And you know what, okay, maybe Miss Lycant can get a shout out too. As long as it's for how amazing it is that she's putting out candy every day. Truly the hero that we need but don't deserve here at work. Sometimes I will exaggerate the details in my more entertainment-centered bits that don't really matter and have no real bearing on the validity of the point I'm trying to make for comedic effect, but I'm being very, very serious when I say that this is objectively the best thing that my new assistant manager has ever done, and that is putting out a bowl of candy every day. It is truly a lifesaver, candy pun definitely intended, whenever I'm starting to feel tired at work, and I cannot express my gratitude enough about this. So, Miss Lycant, if you're watching this, which I hope you are, because I made an entire video praising your candy bowl. I hope that you enjoyed my video and you have a deeper understanding of the depth of my appreciation for your candy bowl, which, in my opinion, is the best thing that you've done so far at our store as our new assistant manager. But that's gonna be where I leave off for now. Thanks for staying until the end, and a big thank you to all 31 of the voices in my head for getting me to this point. Tell me what you thought about this video, and what you wanted to be talking about next time. But, until that next time arrives, I'm I'm Inviso Bill, and that's all for my spill. Like, comment, hit subscribe. You'll never know when, but I'll see you next time.